It is time to talk about Mr. Rotten Tomatoes. Yes, Mr. Tomato is back, and he's got the score for Peacemaker Season 2. Now, of course, what does this mean? Well, in terms of TV series, it's a lot different than films. We'll talk about that and where exactly this lands. Oh yes, that Mr. Rotten Tomatoes, the singular guy. Let's get to that. Just get to the spiel. I can't believe I gotta play this every time. As a matter of fact, I saw somebody reacting to a tomato meter breakdown of the entire Alien franchise, and he literally said Rotten Tomatoes is wrong on this film. And then they proceeded to highlight a review of the film of Alien Romulus that supports their narrative because they didn't like the film. And they highlighted one of the reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes. Yup, stupid is a stupid. Anyways, Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, let's explain what Rotten Tomatoes is. So, to make everything really simple, Rotten Tomatoes is an aggregate review site which, if your movie is seen as super successful and the critics love it, you get a fresh rating. If your movie's between amazing and bad, you get a tomato. And if your film is bad, you get a rotten rating. Now, these are calculated not by Rotten Tomatoes, and people never seem to understand it, because they're constantly complaining about how Rotten Tomatoes is wrong about their favorite film and focusing on the audience review, which should tell you everything you need to know, because Rotten Tomatoes has two different scores. How this works is that they take all the critics that are approved for their system, aka places like Variety, Deadline, and so forth, including smaller outlets, and they contribute to the tomato meter, while on the other side, you got the audience score, and typically there is usually a discrepancy between the two. All these scores are put into a aggregate machine, and, well, it spits out what your Rotten Tomatoes rating would be, / the overview of it, and you got it with, well, the RT score. And if that's not good enough for you and you want more insight besides just the number, you can click the reviews or the ratings, and it brings you all the way down to the bottom of the page where you can scroll to your heart's content and see what fans and approved critics think of various different projects. There is no singular person at Rotten Tomatoes that's responsible for this score, so when you hear people saying Rotten Tomatoes is wrong, that's because they don't understand how the system works. The system is pretty simplistic. It's a great way to be able to gauge the general consensus of critics and audiences, and, well, it's a service that's become commonly and widely used across the industry to gauge interest and, of course, the love of franchises and projects. So that brings us to Rotten Tomatoes' score for Peacemaker Season 2. Where does it sit? Well, as of right now, as I'm checking the video, and of course, more reviews will continue to pour in. Some are going to wait till the entire series is over, and again, TV is different because of how it's reviewed, and it doesn't really stack up to films. Whatever the case is, the Rotten Tomatoes score for Peacemaker Season 2 is a first ever 104. That's right, it's off the charts. That's how big it is. It's because the Gunnies, the Gun fanboys, have officially bought bots, and they skewed every single review. I saw that happening too with somebody sharing the actual Rotten Tomatoes saying James Gunn paid for bots. I can't anymore. Anyways, I'm going to end this by stating the score and just leaving. So here you go. Right now, as I refresh it, and it often changes every time you refresh it or check it on a different browser because reviews are still coming in, 89. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.